Good morning and welcome to KCC. Aaron Bush with you for the morning league. We're a couple of overs in for this Div 2 game. It is Markhor versus Tsing Smashers. Markhor won the toss, selected to have a bat, and out there they have done some batting. Going at 9 and over, 18 after 2. And over 3, that's pulled down to long on for 4 as well. The runs keep flowing for Markhors. The opening pair of Muhammad Ahmed and Muhammad Ahmed Sada. It's Avnish with the ball, bowled the first over. That went for 9. He's gone for 4 off the first of his second. Whipped around the corner, they've got someone on the 45, backward of square on the ropes, but cannot cut that one off. Back-to-back boundaries for Sada. Taking a while to recover the ball after that one. Back after the single. And the fielder this time into play does cut that one off, backward of square. They take the 1. Sada on 17, finds an easy single on the leg side. Are they going to push for 2? They are. No, well, this could be a run out. The throw is wide. So safely back. Just the 1. One ball left of the 3rd. Runs flowing still for the goat. Oh, misses completely out on that one. Into the body, into the ribs, so ended off. That one hurt. It's going to take a little while to work that one off. 11 runs coming from the 3rd as the Markhor left to 29 for the loss of no wicket. Seems okay. Ahmed going to go to the non-striker's ends, taking the helmet off. Interesting. I'm not sure he's allowed to play without a helmet, but we'll see. Tucker to continue. Sutter on strike. What's Sutter up to now? 18 off 11 with 3 fours. No run to start with in the third. Pushed to wide mid-on. Off the hip. Bit of bat in that one. Almost a chance of a catch down the leg side. Keeper Bhupinder Singh for the Chingy Smashers. And tip and run onto the leg side. Oh, that's going to go for a maximum, I think. Whipped away, backward of square. A big one, the first maximum of the day for the Markhor. It's off the bat of Muhammad Ahmed. He gets into double figures. And that's whipped away on the offside wide of long off. Just swatted by Sada. At the moment, Markhor's on track to get their half-century inside the power play. Big opening partnership so far. Stand and deliver. Pivot. Went a lot straighter than I was thinking. I thought he was going to try to swat that one through cover. Or go through point, name it the Christmas tree. I've just noticed there's a Christmas tree over there. Sitting out at deep point. And the catch is taken. Talking about a big first partnership, but it's broken now. Sada out for 24. Markhor lose their first on 42. Well, Tsing Smashers were looking in trouble, but that's a big breakthrough. Brings Sahale out to the middle at number 3 in the 5th. He's prodding forward. It's not Bhupinder Singh with the gloves on. Sachin Tandon. I was fed misinformation from the team lists. I think that's Bhupinder Singh right there on screen on the left in the beanie, if my memory serves me correctly. Good fight back here from Avnash. That's popped up in the air. Diving effort from Sachin. No bat involved though. Leg by signalled. Gets down the non-striker's end. Bring Mohammad Ahmed back on strike. 13 off 10. He's got a boundary and a maximum in his 13. He wasn't the devastator of that opening partnership. Watchful as it shapes away. No ball. Overstep. Not something we see very often in KCC morning leagues. Usually the bowlers aren't quick enough, but Avnish has managed to find a way. Overstep. Free hit coming up for Ahmed. Oh, I said it was the smaller of the two partnerships in the first one, but he's now decided he's going to take the lead and whipped away another maximum just backward of square. Just flicked off the pads here from Mohammad Ahmed. Watch on the replay. Easy as you like. Picks it off middle. 2. We've got a backward and forward square now. Trying to protect that region. It's clear that Ahmed likes that one around the corner. Back live. The 50 runs came up with that maximum. This time he just pops it around the corner to that backward square on the 45. Eventful over. Runs flowing. 13 off it, but a wicket. Tsing Smashers getting their first. Markhor's bringing up the half century. After 5, they're 51 for 1. Change in umpires with Imana Reef heading across, and I think we're going to have a change in bowlers here. Indeed, it is the change of bowler for Tsing Smashers to bowl the final over of the power play. Anand Singarik got that one to jump and turn back in. Nice first up. As Ahmed was just having a look to see what's going to be delivered. What's going to be delivered this time is a wide. Need to re-bowl. Tries to smash it away on the leg side and it just bobbles off the bat onto the offside. Goes nowhere, just past the protected turf pitch, which will be used this Sunday for the massive Premier League one-day game. KCC Premier versus PACC Premier live from 9:45 a.m. on the other KCC YouTube channel and also Cricket Hong Kong YouTube. Guess what? I'll be here for that one. They're bringing the backward square inside the circle, shuffling into a deep square, forward square and a deep mid-wicket. Right on the money this time from Anand. Apart from that stray wide, it's been a very tidy final over of the power play. Needed for Tsing Smashers. They have to slow this run rate down somehow. It's still up over 9. Oh, that's the second time he's copped one in the ribs, Ahmed. Probably less painful, only due to the lack of speed from Anand. And he's going to go to work today with some bruises in the torso. Well, plenty of bottom hand there, but picks the gap between mid-off and extra cover. A little fortuitous for Ahmed. So Sahel back on straight to face the final delivery of the 6th. Just the 2 runs so far. Tries to guide that through gully. Oh, that's almost been booted back down onto the ropes. And just the one, Sahel gets first runs off the bat. So 3 runs coming from the 6th. The power play's done. Markhor's 54 for 1. Change in bowling for the 7th as well. Pawar Krishnakumar into the attack. Player of the match. Last time Tsing Smashers were in the KCC League, if I recall correctly. I could probably dig up those details. He was player of the match for Tsing when they played Green Ink, scoring 71. So he did it with the bat. And he also got a wicket at the ball. Tries to smash that one away, Sahale, but straight back into Krishna Kumar. Better purchase on this one as it goes out down to long off with protection now after the power play. Long on, long off, deep mid wicket. Also a wide-ish deep third through the gully region down towards the Boundary Cafe. Oh, he's dabbing at that one, Ahmed. Outside off, straight through to Tandon. Gives him a full one. It's hit straight to Bhupinder Singh. Direct hit was miles out there for Sahale, but fortunately just a little wide of the stumps. Another tidy over from Tsing, just the one run coming from the seventh. Markhor's 55 for 1. Anand to continue. Sahale on strike. Drags that one down leg. Another wide, back-to-back wides. And I'll take the single. Rotate the strike back to Ahmed. Oh, big thick edge. Just one bounce to the fly gully. A short third. Through a second or third slip, that player. They've got a deep third wide and a shortish third. And a big top edge going up in the air. That short third's going to take the catch and the wicket falls. Both openers back in the sheds for the Markhors. Mohammed Ahmed out for 21. Markhors lose their second on 58. Good catch there from Ashish Manohar and that short third. So the game plan was executed beautifully there by the Tsing Smashers. I was wondering why they had a short third and a deep third, but that's exactly why. There is Ashish on screen, the red stripe down the side of the shirt. It's a pat on the back for taking a nice catch, and this brings Habib out to the middle for the Markhors at number 4, the big hitting Habib. He starts watchfully as he just eases it back to Anand. And he brought this over back after starting with a couple of wides. And again, watchful. One ball left to the 8th. One ball left as everyone started to depart because of the two wides to start with. Habib's going to get first runs through a vacant square leg. Deep square comes in. Krishna Kumar to Habib, who just eases it backward of point. Deep third comes around. Slow down here. Run rate's dropped by 2 since the first wicket fell. Again, this one goes more directly to that deep third, 45 degrees backward of point. Dealing in singles as these two trying to start to form a partnership. Both openers back. Habib tries to go big on that one, just squirts it backward of square. Tucker with the fielding. They safely through for the single. 3 singles to start with for the 9th. Cut away backward a point again. That's the single as deep third shuffles around. Eight wickets in hand. They can just deal in singles for a while until get their eye in. At some point expecting Habib to try to go very big. Tries to go big down leg. That's a no ball. Too high. Called from square leg, so a free hit for Habib. This could end up in the swimming pool because he has no fear of getting out. And it's just hit straight over the keeper's head, basically. Went for the hook shot, and that short third of Markhor was almost in play. They'll take the 4. He tried to put it in the swimming pool. Didn't go anywhere near our broadcast area. Watch on the replay. The bouncer just goes backward to square, back live. Arnott to continue. Bowl the 10th over. Again, another one squirted backward of square. It's been a tale of 2 halves of this first 10 overs. Markhor's well on top in the first 5 and Tsing smashes fighting back. That's hit hard. Gandhi, the captain, does the fielding. This one work to do. Venkatesh Davy tries to cut that off. 2 straight. Long on and long off in place, but 2 straight. 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 2 This is what we can expect from Habib. He's a big unit and he can hit hard. Gets it on the full, down on one knee, just to the right of the sight screen, back live. Oh, good follow-up delivery after the boundary from Anand. And single backward of point. One ball left to get us to the halfway mark. Oh, got some good purchase and grip and turn on that one, Anand. Finishes off with the dot. 6 runs coming from the 10th. Halfway there. Markhor 74 for 2. Third over for Krishna Kumar. So far, 2 overs, none for 10. Swinging hard again. Oh, that's been dispatched, has it? Certainly has. Don't know what it bounced off, but it's bounced back onto the field. Might have hit the sight screen. That was big. Have to stop the replay, unfortunately, as Krishna's ready to go. That's live with the dot. Oh, just drops down on the toes safely, doesn't trouble the stumps. And a nice little partnership forming now for the third wicket. 22 off 19. Chops down on it again. Backward point. Deep third area near the Boundary Cafe. A few of the KCC members coming in to enjoy some breakfast on a Thursday morning. And 2 wide from Power this time. Oh, got through everything there. So Hale's just asking what has happened. Fortunately missed it. Too much bounce to take the top of off. A miss-hit through mid-wicket. Still got plenty on it, but wasn't crunched. So Vivek can cut it off at deep mid-wicket. End of the over, 11 done. Markhor's 83 for 2. Change in bowling, Vivek Arya Vivek Arya gets crunched by Habib for 4 to start with. Okay, Vivek resets, bowls better a second one. Oh, gets a full one. Oh, good fielding in the deep. Palms it down. Got away with that one, Vivek, as Habib picked out the forward square. Just with a measured innings so far, 7 off 15, but the partnership up to 30, and that's what's important. Tries to swat that one onto the leg side. Arya will do his own fielding. It's hard, gets through point. Got a hand to it, Thacker. Oh, it's not Thacker out that side. Confirmation all the way over the other side. It's Power and a forward point. Managed to palm it down. Habib gets another full one. Doesn't miss out this time. That might need a new ball. I don't know how far that's gone. May have been donated to the China Garrison behind the swimming pool. Big maximum to finish off with as the Markhors move to 95 for 2 after 12. Getting that run rate back up towards 8, 7.92. Watch on the replay. You cannot be bowling full tosses to Habib, because he can do that to you. Brute strength out of the ground. New ball required. Looks like Krishna Kumar is going to bowl out here. 3 overs, none for 19 so far. It's in the air, course of catch. It goes over the head of the fielder. 1 bounce for 4, I think. That's the signal. Overrun it there, the deep mid-wicket fielder. That's where Vivek Arya is usually out here. It wasn't him. Chingy smashes, that's the go-to. Vivek usually out of deep mid-wicket, but he's currently at forward point. Some difficulties recovering that ball. Got it now. Some sunshine breaking through for a Thursday morning. The clouds have broken up. That's nice, given how cold it's going to be this weekend. A bit of the last of the warm sunshine. That's in the air as well, but it's gone through cow corner, picked the gap beautifully. Sahal, back-to-back boundaries. After saying he was being measured, 7 off 15, he's now 16 off 19. And brought the 100 up with that boundary. 103 on the books now for Markhors, doing it nicely. It's going to be a nice big score today, it looks like. He's picked out Arya at point there. One needs to go back. Take a single to Gandhi at extra cover. That's hit very hard, very straight. Venkatesh Davies down at long off to protect. Good runs coming this over though. Still up into double figures in the 13th. 10 runs with 1 ball remaining. Krishna Kumar with 1 ball left. See if he can't get a wicket in his spell. He's not going to get one off the bowling at least, as they take a easy single to backward point. 11 runs coming from the 13th as the Markhor move to 106 for 2. Apologies, it wasn't Venkatesh Davey down at long off because he's now having a bowl and the player is still down at long off. That last game for Tsing Smashers, I think there was a competition between Venkat's bowling figures and Pawar's batting to get player of the match. So he's going to need to find some wickets here, but he's gone dragged it down leg. Lucky to get away with it. There's a little bit of feather bat on it from Sahale. He won't be wanting to do that to Habib. Habib asking some questions. I don't know if it's about the number of fielders outside. And if you drag it down leg, that's exactly what Habib's going to do to you. 4 runs. Just lucky it wasn't a maximum because he just decided to ease it around the corner. Oh, a bit of J.J. Abrams lens flare from the morning sun on camera number 1. Just to make it look a bit more cinematic as we watch the replay of Habib just stand, deliver, flick backward of square for 4. It's hard 3-point. They have the backward point. 50 partnership came up with that boundary as well. Now 54 off 37 with that single. Very good partnership after 2 wickets fell. A long way back now. Just over 6 overs. Again, dragging it down leg. It's hard through mid-wicket. Only a single available. And Habib hits hard through cow corner. Along the ground. I'll come back for 2. Keep the runs ticking over. Another over into double figures for the Markhors. Not what Tsing Smashers need off this over. Another extra. Venkat struggling with his line. Onto the pads again. Around the corner for a single. Habib will retain strike. After 14, the Markhors 118 for 2. Current run rate of 8.33 will get them to 169. That'll be a nice big score for the Markhors with 8 wickets in hand. Big platform being set. Ashish Manohar to bowl first over for him, number 15 for the Chingy Smashers, and that one was Loosener to start with. Almost off the pitch as it dragged down with the right arm. And again, similar result, very wide start. And shy at the stumps, that was out. No way Sahel was home on that one, but I think it's Vivek Arya there at forward point. The shy at the stumps, unable to exact the run out and split up this now 63-run partnership. That's a much better line from Manohar. No backing up on that one, so Vivek not pulling the trigger. Or is it Panawar? Maybe is it Pawar out there? Oh. Get my glasses out and have a look. It is Krishna Kumar doing the work at point now. It's that one wide mid-wicket. Trying to cover that cow corner now. So traditional mid-wicket vacant, no deep square either. It's got a ring of fielders, cow corner, long on, long off. And then a deep backward point and a deep third. Bowling to his field now, as that goes again straight out. That forward mid-wicket region. Another bouncer one, and this time Habib misses it all, finishing off after some very wide deliveries to start with. Manohar's got his line right. Thought this length that he's bowling might be troublesome, but it's so far only producing singles with one ball left. Fuller this time, and Habib will just take the single to retain strike at the end of 15. 5 overs remain, 125 for 2. Current run rate will get the Markhor up to 167 now. And backward of point, just a single to start with. Oh, that's timed beautifully. He's gone through deep third with deep point in place. Placed that beautifully. And wow, up to 26, going at almost a runner ball. Gives a full one, hits hard through square. Tsing out a deep square. Another single. Keeping the runs ticking though. Diving effort in the field. That one's Vivek Arya. He's out in the deep point and does a great job. But no backing up as it goes through, so they take two. What's good and not so good. Apologies, hand put up there by Sachin Tandon with the gloves on. Just resetting the helmet. Oh, he's picked that one up out of the screws and just posited it possibly out of the ground. It's so big. Tsing just watched it fly over his head. I think it's just caught the fencing. Someone's going to have to go pick that one up out of the garden. Straight over square leg umpire John Prakash's head. Straight over deep square leg fielder Tsing. Straight over the netting. And up onto the back wall. Only good thing is that we didn't lose it. And that's a 50 up for Habib. 51 off 31. 4 fours and 3 maximums to bring up his half century. Coming out at number 4 and doing Habib things. He's that crunch hitter at number 4. Comes a long way down. Hits that one bounce to Tsing. He's been picking out that deep square region. Takes one, retains strike. A big over for the Markhor. 15 coming from the 16th there. 140 for 2. Current run rate suggests the Markhors will get to a massive 175. Manaha to continue. And takes one as Krishna Kumar does some fancy footwork, puts the boot down to stop it. That's probably a decent result. Anwar's 24 off 20. And Habib going at a massive strike rate, heading up towards 200. That said, Anwar's now going to start to push with 8 wickets in hand. They've got a platform to swing the bat. He goes backward of square, just backward of square. Tsing was brought into the circle for Manahar's bowling, so no protection in the deep. They've got cow corner, long on, long off, and a deep third and a deep backward point. You can see one very, very fine outside the circle. And then one sort of on the 45 down below the cafe. Gives it the short one, goes leg side, backward to square again. That one's going all the way. Now Sahale's getting into the runs, into the... Replay here. Cut off, but I can assure you that one was dispatched. And we're now 37 off 30. Partnership, 93 runs off just 55 deliveries. I mean, quite the display so far from the Markhors. That's gone high, but it's a short boundary. It's going to carry one bounce. Backward of square for 4. Townmate Tucker, who's been at backward square all day, chased that one down to the boundary. Didn't clear the ropes. It was hit so high. You can see everyone looking skyward. Survived. So now they're making the adjustments. Cow Corners come in, long off. No, Cow Corner stays long on, comes into a whitish mid-on. Going to go through extra cover. Work to do for Gandhi. Can he chase it down? I think he can. Puts the boot down. And come back for 2. Sahale wants his half century now. He scored 16 runs in 4 deliveries. Moved to 43. Ears must have been burning when I said he was taking it easy. Again, swings hard, but misses it all to finish off the over. But a big one again for the Markhors with 17 coming from the 17th. They're 157 for 2. I'll do it again when we come back from the innings break, but we must wish the boss of KCC Morning League, Afzal Haidar, a very happy birthday. Celebrating his birthday. He's here. He's down there having a cup of tea or coffee with Royce McDonald near our broadcast. So a very happy birthday to the boss. As Vivek Arya comes back into the attack. 1 over, none for 12. But everyone's been going for lots so far. He's going to mix it up by going around the wicket to Habib. Straight up in the air, calls a catch. Put down. I think that's Tucker. Came around to get that one. Oh, with 2.5 overs now remaining, that could be very costly, dropping Habib on 53. 100-run partnership comes up between these two with a drop catch. 100 off 59, 9 fours, 4 sixes. They're going to chance it on Pawar's arm. Safely through for the single. Plenty of milestones being set today. Half century for Habib. 50-run partnership, 100-run partnership now. And a chance for also Sahale to get a half century. And I'm not sure where that's gone. Oh, there we go. Through mid-wicket for 4, I think. Yes, over the ropes for 4. And then power hitting again. Rahman. And this time delicate onto the offside. 8 boundaries so far for Rahman. That was a wide, in fact, sorry. I was looking at the score book rather than what was on screen. Wide +1 brings Sahale on strike. He's looking for his half century. Goes through Cow Corner. Long off, long on, put back. Comes around. He misses it. So deep mid-wicket picks up. Moves to 45. 2.2 overs left to get 5 more runs. Pick up a half century as well. He's chased down Habib pretty quickly after that 16-run previous over. As it's gone, 9 runs coming from this one so far. It's probably one of the tidiest as of late. Oh, he's picked that up beautifully. A catch of a catch, one hand to it, but palmed over. 6 runs to finish off the over. Habib moves into the 60s. Markhors move into the 170s. They're 172 for 2 after 18. They could seriously give 200 a nudge here. It's going to be tough. I mean, I'm going to have to go at 19 and over to get there, but not 19 and over. What is it? 14 and over. That's doable. Looks like Thacker back into the attack to bowl the penultimate over. 2 overs, none for 18. Those early overs from the openers, the Muhammad Ahmeds. They were going at 9s, but the team is now going at 9.56. Could they threaten going at 10s and getting to 200? Oh, good start. That was not very far away from that off stump. Angling back in. Good first delivery from Thacker. And he'll definitely want to be getting Habib's wicket in this penultimate over after putting him down. And that one shaped away too far after starting right on the tram line. There's more valuable runs and balls that need to be re-bowled. Markhor will be more than happy. Now, Sohail needs 5 to find his half century. Oh, he's absolutely smoked that, but one bounce straight to long on. He only gets the one, moves to 46. Starting to run out of balls, being down the non-striker's end. Team game, so Habib's going to want to find the boundary rather than find the single. Oh, that's a big, thick edge, and it beats 2, beats the keeper, beats the short third for 4. Natash Hamlani, who's playing for Markhor today, just yelled out good placement. That's some very half glass full, as this is not at any point where Habib was aiming. And big swing over the top of the keeper, and too fine for that short third to get around. 4 in the books. 9 legal deliveries remaining. Gets that one nicely, but again, straight to the fielder. So he will take the single, and Sohail will move back on strike. That was very wide and called wide by umpire Imran Arif. Oh, swinging hard, misses again. I feel like perhaps with this final delivery, can Thacker find that off stump? Floated with it a couple of times. It's not. It's going to be picked up. It's in the air. It's going to be a wicket. Oh, put down by Gandhi. Safe pair of hands, running backwards. It was tough, but it's been put down. Sohail gets a life, moves to 48, end of 19. Markhor's 182 for 2. You'd think that perhaps 200 is off the cards, but somewhere in the 190s a chance. With 6 legal deliveries remaining, who gets the duties to bowl the death over? And the player that has been at long off for the most of the game, Avnish Saxena, will bowl the death over for Tsing Smashers. Habib on strike for Markhor on 69. And he just picks that one off. One bounce, I think, for 4. Yep, up over past the Christmas tree. Good start for the Markhors in their final over of batting. It's been masterful, just the 2 wickets falling. Everyone getting in the runs, the two openers, Muhammad Ahmed and Muhammad Ahmed Sada. But these two, with their 128-run partnership now, has been masterful. Goes leg side this time, and 4 more. Backward of square. Okay, I take it back. 200 could be on the cards here. They need 10 off 4. The question is Habib going to take a single and put Anwar back on strike? Cuts that one away. That'll be 4 through cover. 3 4s in a row for Habib. That one's not going to be 4, but Tsing's there. So it does bring Sahel back on strike. He's got 2 balls to find 2 runs. I'm assuming he's not going to take a single here. He might. Anything's possible. Playing the team game. But he'd like to find 2, or perhaps even 4 of these final 2 deliveries. Misses out on 1. 1 ball left. Oh, he gets it out of the screws. It goes all the way for 6. Brings up his 50 off the final delivery and brings up 200 for the Markhors as well. 201 off 20. Big score for the Markhors. As the 50's brought up in style. Here we go. Watch the replay as we go into the innings break. He had 1 ball to do it, and he did it well. 54 off 41, 5 4s and 2 maximums, including that one. Quick look at the batting and bowling card before we go into the innings break. There it is. Massive batting card for Markhors. 201 on the books. 2 half centuries and a good start as well for the opening pairs. The bowling card, not so great for Chingy Smashers. They got smashed, only taking the 2 wickets. And everyone going for runs. Anant, the best of the bowlers, figures-wise. Okay, we're in the innings break here at Kowloon Cricket Club. Join us in about 9 minutes' time for all this exciting action of the KCC Morning League Division 2 match. Markhors versus Chingy Smashers. Welcome back to Kowloon Cricket Club for the KCC Morning League Div 2 game. It is Tsing Smashers versus the Markhors. We're doing it on the KCC Morning League boss's birthday. A very happy birthday to Afzal Khera, who I won't say how old he is, but he is celebrating a birthday. If you want to find out how old he is, I said it in last week's podcast on the 8 for 52 podcast. Very happy birthday, boss. And the players heading back out into the middle with the Tsing Smashers going to need to do some smashing. 201 on the board by the Markhors for just 2 wickets lost. So 202 required. Out in the middle, Avnish and Bhupinder Singh. Bhupinder will be, looks like he's down the non-striker's end. Well, now, just been pointed out to me by Marine, who's doing the scoring today, that the players are all out of the middle, but the umpires are not. I can see John Prakash having a chat to Gandhi on the sidelines. Imran Arif is still up here on the second floor of the swimming pool pavilion. Might come back a little early from the innings break. Could have gone and got a cup of tea. As it is, we'll continue on. Mohammed Ahmed is going to bowl the first over. Open the batting as well. All right, the umpires making their way out to the middle. There's John coming out of the lens flare there. Imran heading back down as well. He'll be popping out of the bottom of the swimming pool pavilion shortly. We can get this second innings underway. Only one game at KCC Morning League this week and only one next week as well. That'll be the it for December. And there's some changes to the schedule, of course. The ground needs to be re-sown, ready for the ICC Challenge League coming up in February. So there'll be some scheduling changes. Keep an eye on the WhatsApp for the teams and the captains as well. Figure out when your next game is, and that's how I'll figure out next time I'll be here. So instead, tomorrow morning, I'll head off to PKVR Park. Okay, umpires are ready, and just as we were starting to get ready, Avnish has had to re-strap his thigh pad. Got a slip in place, and captain for the Markhor with the gloves on. There's one that's there on screen. He has a slip. We'll see on this camera, there it is. Ready to get underway. Bhupinder Singh against one onto the pads. Good start. It's going to be a long run chase for the Tsing Smashers. Got a good batting lineup. So did the Markhors. One of their fill-in players today, Ashwin Dakania, is in there and out there in the field. Didn't get to bat. That one's pushed easily out to deep point. Let's have a look at the field for the Markhor in the opening over. They've got a backward square on the 45 on the ropes, and that deep point and the 2 out. Slip, gully. Cover, extra cover, mid-off, mid-on, mid-wicket. Fielding positions. Nice and fast. Calls her caught behind. In fact, it is. Avnish gets a golden duck, and the Tsing Smashers lose their first on just the 3rd delivery. They're 1 for 1. Big swing, gets the edge, and a nice catch for Usman. Golden duck for Avnish as Venkatesh Devi goes out at number 3. Inside the first over, the Markhors making a statement early, making life even tougher for the Chingy Smashers to chase this huge total. Tidy over so far from Ahmed. And that one whipped out down to mid-on. Habib does the fielding. And runs to deep point again for Davey to get off the mark. And what an over it was to start with. Just 2 singles coming from it. Chingy Smashers after 1, 2 for 1. Can we go in? Habib to continue, to bowl over number 2, but didn't get a start on that one. Habib with his second. Over the top of middle stump, too much bounce, another dot. Oh, putting the... Well, 3 swings and a miss for Venkat. Has to defend that one. 4 dots. Onto the pad, but no risk of a LBW or anything, but 5 dots as well. Goes bigger this time, up in the air, but the catch is going to be taken. The second wicket is going to fall. The Chingy Smashers 2 for 2. Habib with a wicket maiden. And the Markhors are up and about. Wicket maiden 2 for 2. Decides sick of being pinned down here. So wants to attack, but just holds out to mid-off. Habib.
Who is the new batsman?
Catch was taken by a teak at mid-off. Easy catch into the hands. And going out at number 4 with 2 overs just down at the non-striker's end with the end of over. Power Krishna Kumar, who was player of the match last game. He's got 71. He's going to need that and a whole lot more today. Between Pinder Singh's on strike as Ahmed continues. It's been 13 deliveries, 2 singles, 9 dots, 2 wickets. Now, ruined it all with a wide. I went and got all those stats, and Ahmed's throwing that one down leg. Same field. Backward square on the 45 and deep backward point outside the circle. Slip and gully in place. That's flowing down to deep third for 4. Valuable runs. Bhupinder Singh gets his first boundary. So does the Chingy Smashers. Back live. And again, swinging hard, just pops up through point, out to deep point for 1. Krishna Kumar to face his first delivery of the day. A little bit of a problem there with Bhupinder's grip, it looks like. There's going to be a slight delay as he fixes that one up. Picks up. I'm not sure what he's done there. I'm sure that was a white grip. Now it's a red grip. He rolled it all the way down. One of the grips on it. Anyway, Power on strike. Oh, gets a very good delivery first up. Squares him up. Gets a fiery one. Straight through. Little wayward early, but now again Ahmed getting back to the rhythm. 6 runs off the over so far. And 2 dots in a row to Power, who then comes forward, watches it go past, out down to the keeper. End of the over. It will be 6 runs coming from it. In the first over, the Chingy Smashers haven't lost a wicket. They're 8 for 2. Bhupinder Singh on strike. He didn't get to face any of Habib's first over with that wicket maiden, so he's coming off 6 dots. Wicket at the end of the over. And bringing the deep backward square inside the circle and putting a deep third back. Going to run through to cover. Fiery throw in. They've switched the cover and deep point fielders and put Dekania back out on the ropes. Oh, I see another birthday boy walking past the Christmas tree. They won't take a run this time as it's straight to cover. Over there, strolling past the outside of the ground, one Atiq Iqbal, KCC and Cricket Hong Kong, China. Quick, celebrated a birthday 2 days ago by memory. Not as old as Afzal. Actually, I think he's exactly 20 years younger than Afzal. If you know either of their birthdays, now you know how old they both are. Teek's in the ground early today. Maybe got some coaching to be doing. He's got an Infidels game this weekend as well, by memory. Teek Iqbal. And one's at Ting Kwong Road, so maybe they'll get off the AstroTurf after Teek's first game back playing internationals was on AstroTurf at PKVR Park, which is just cruel and unusual punishment. Oh, Bhupinder Singh, he's decided to go big. He's going to attack Habib and go straight back over his head for 4, I should say. And gets that one out of the screws. Exactly where he wanted it. No long off or long on in place. Back live. Calls a catch. Royce McDonald takes the catch. He gets the boundary, but then has to depart. Habib strikes again, gets a second wicket, and Tsing Smashers lose their third on 14. Easiest of catches here for Royce McDonald. Miss hit from Bhupinder as he tried to go over mid-wicket, hit it straight to mid-wicket. Royce takes the catch, and Habib's got 2. Looks like Markhor coming out at number 5 for the Tsing Smashers. Well, Tsing Smashers are in a world of hurt here. 14 for 3, inside 4. Habib's got 2, both miss hits. It's what he can do with the ball as well. He is very much trying to make himself player of the match here, Habib. Just the dab poke down to deep third to get a run and retain strike. So end of another successful over for Markhor. Tsing Smashers 15 for 3 after 4. They need another. Ooh, how much is that? My computer doesn't tell me. There it is, 187. Off 16 overs at 11.69. You can see on screen. That's a tall order. Looks like we'll have a change in bowling. Navdeep Singh to bowl over number 5. And again, keeping it nice and wide. Markhor not able to get bat on ball. Pokes around the corner, quickly in, shy at the stumps from Natesh. Power gets in the way, so can't hit the stumps. Well, maybe he did. Bail's fallen off. Okay, 2 dots and a single. Krishna Kumar on strike. Goes through forward point. Takania in the deep. Another single. These two just need to push it around, get their eye in. We know that Krishna Kumar can go big. Markhor's going to have to help him out here. 3 down already inside the power play. That's exactly what he does. The easy single to deep point again. Not choosing to close the gap just yet, leaving the deep point in place. I guess from the Markhor perspective, they can let Tsing take as many singles as they like. As long as they can't find the boundary, they're not going to chase down 202 for victory. And another tip and run for forward point. 4 singles to round out the 5th as the Tsing Smashers move to 19 for 3, netting another 183 in the final 15. It's going to be another change in bowling. Confirmation of the bowler to bowl the final over of the power play. Navdeep Singh being replaced by Tsing. Starts with a single. Tsing move to 20. Markhor. That one jumped up a little bit. This could be close. Oh, direct hit. I think Power was in a lot of trouble. And they get through safely, keeping the tip and run going. 6 consecutive singles now. Drags that one down leg. Extra in the books. Whipped off the pads, in the air for a while. Work to do for McDonald in the running in down to the towards the dugouts. Flick to Hemlani. Take 2. 3 balls left of the power play before the Markhor can put a few more out in the deep. Still protecting the offside only. Deep point, deep third. And that one's too wide. Called wide. Up to the quarter century mark now. Comparison time. I don't have that on this computer, which is annoying. I have it on my other one. Actually, I do know how to fix that. I'm going to do it at the end of the over. In the air over the top of Cover's head. Work to do for Ashwin. Dive. Does well. He's going to save 2. He's got a very good arm too. They won't want to run too many with him in the deep, but they do get back safely for 2. All right, now I can see my computer. Comparison time. Oh, wow. Markhor had already brought up the half century at this point. 52 for 1. Oh, that's got to be very close to waist high. Just underneath, says umpire John Prakash. It's away with the full toss, but it's still a wide. And they get an extra 2, and still 2 balls left. 10 runs off the over so far. They need 12, so they're doing it this over at least. Has that gone straight through him? I think it has. And Jabir gets the breakthrough. Another wicket falls inside the power play. With 1 ball left, Tsing smashes 29 for 4. Markhor bowled for 4. We're all sitting up here and broadcasting. That was a dot. I think Markhor thought it was a dot, but he was onto the stumps and he was gone. Sachin Tandon coming out at number 6 for the Tsing Smashers. 1 ball left of the power play. It's been all Markhors today. Perhaps they're looking to finish this one off early as we've just ticked up over 9 a.m. for Thursday morning. Beautiful sunshine for a December day. What is it? December 12th? Must be. That's Afzal's birthday, 12th of the 12th. So the year is almost done. 19 more days and then we'll be into 2025. How it's flowing by, and halfway through the 2024-25 season as well as Jabir into Sachin. Finds it squeezed backward a square, but no run. Another successful over for Markhor's. Power play done. Tsing Smashers 29 for 4. Lot of responsibility now on Krishna Kumar's shoulders. Said it before, we know he can do it. Same time, end of the power play. Markhor's were 54 for 1. Change in bowling. Royce McDonald to bowl over number 7. Last time I saw Royce McDonald bowl here at KCC, it was in a Friday Masters League game. And he bowled me. Well, in my defence, he didn't bowl me. He put a ball outside off, which I decided to chop on. But he did get my wicket. I'm still a little dark about it. On the plus side, Ashwin Dakania, who's our deep extra cover, I got his wicket. So you win some, you lose some. So power play done. What have we got? A long on, deep extra cover of Dakania, deep point. Oh no, deep point still Dakania. They've got a deep extra cover. Natesh has moved to a forward square, which is exactly where he just picks that one up from. I'm just seeing the 3. Unless there's somebody out at deep mid-wicket that I can't see. Must be, because there's only 2 on the leg side otherwise. Which is brave. Oh, in the air, past the outstretched hands of cover. Dakania will clean up in the deep. Now, I just got confirmation. There is a fielder at a wideish deep mid-wicket. One's going to be wide. And it's going to be wide +1 with the overthrow. That's up in the air over the top of Hamlani's head. So Mohammed Ahmed out in the deep. That player that I couldn't find comes out from his hiding place to do the clean-up. Cut away hard. Toe of the bat. So it just dribbles out to Habib. He's not at long on. Usually placed down at long on for the catches that head that way, but at the moment he's got the duties out at deep extra cover. Again, popped up in the air. One bounce to Habib. Picks up on the run. Need to be a nice throw because there's no one to back that one up. It is pleasant. 6 runs so far off the 7th. Not enough at the moment. But these two, again, having to form a new partnership. Sachin, who did the glove work today. Cross bat swats it just onto the leg side. No mid-on in place. So he takes the 1 to finish off the over. 7 from it. Tsing smashes. 36 for 4. Now the run rate up over 2 per ball. Looks like Navdeep's going to have another bowl.
36.
Navdeep starts with one right on middle stump. Actually, I think it was Navdeep out in the deep, not Habib, mixing up the jerseys. Where's that one gone? That's gone backward of square for 4. Tendon getting his first boundary. I can't see Habib out there, which makes me think he may have left. Bowled some overs, got the wickets and had to go to work. I've seen that happen before, but might explain why he's not at long on. Work to do for a deep third. That's whipped fine. That's 4 straight off the bat immediately. No fine leg in place. This over, helpful for the Smashers. They need to go with it to a ball. 9 off 4, so they're on target, but it's just going to have to be endless boundaries, as it was in the Markhor's batting innings as well. Very accomplished Pawar Krishnakumar. He's going at a runner ball now with that boundary. Oh, that one's not going to be a 4. That's going to go all the way for 6. Smashed backward of square. And that brings the 50 up for the Tsing Smashers as they try to keep themselves in this game. 51 for 4, inside 8. In comparison, it was a slowdown at this point by the Markhors. So Tsing aren't far away from being on par. 58 for 2 at this point, the Markhors. Oh, he's hit that hard as well. Did that go all the way? No, just one bounce over the ropes for 4. Massive over for Tsing Smashers. 19 coming from it, keeping them in the game. After 8, they're 55 for 4. Royce McDonald to bowl as second. 7 runs from his first. Sachin Tandon on strike. Keeps it outside off, but far too far outside off from Royce. Royce McDonald to bowl as second. 7 runs from his first. And it's a bottom hand, 1 bounce. Misfield allows for the single. It's probably a good result the way Krishnakumar finished off that previous over. Needs some boundaries. He's got 5 deliveries left to the 9th to do so. Charges, goes high in the air, it zips down, will get stopped. And a run on the arm of Dekania, direct hit, that's gone, got to be out. See, you don't run on the arm of Ashwin Dekania, and that's a massive wicket. Krishna Kumar is out for 26, run out, and then Tsing Smashers lose their fifth on 58. There it is, 58 for 5. So you don't run on the arms of the elites. Saturday League player Ashwin Dekania. It was a risk, it was a chance, and it had to be a direct hit. He didn't have many stumps to aim at, but disappointed. Krishna Kumar heads back to the shed. The left-handed Vivek Arya out at number 7. Starting to get a nice partnership there, but that is a big loss for the Tsing Smashers. It's one of those 1%ers. 99% of the time in morning league especially, you'd get away with that too. Tries to smash that one down leg side. Must have a little bit of body or bat on it, called Dot. And yes, sometimes the 1% comes off, and it's just that kind of day for the Tsing Smashers, and that kind of day for the Markhor, mind you. Oh, that's stand and deliver. That's beautifully played through square. Takes the 4. Good way to start. Missed out on that first one down leg. This time decides to pick one up off the middle and leg and pop it through square leg for 4. That wide batting stance from Arya. Gets it off the leg stump. Oh, he's hit that one so well, it may be out there on Cox's Road. Maybe a passerby might toss it back in, but until then, we're going to get a fresh ball. I think Afzal Haider is going to go retrieve that one. Okay, what are we doing here? Oh, we found the ball. It's been recovered. Ashwin had to go up there and find that one. So umpire Imran will put that one in the pocket and we'll use the current ball. 2 balls left of the 9th. Again, through square, nobody out deep. Dekani is just going to go pick that one up as well. Back-to-back boundaries for Vivek. Keep the runs ticking over at least for the Smashers. And Royce is going to have to fix his angle here because he can't keep bowling on leg stump or down leg side to Arya. Well, at least without a deep square leg in place, which they've now done. Didn't pick that one up outside off, so they've had to put deep square leg out. Also a deep mid wicket, long off and backward point. Charge. Swats it through the offside. They've also got someone out at deep extra cover. Mohammed Ahmed. Take the 1. Vivek will retain strike. Wicket falling, but good runs coming. 12 off the over. 9 done. Tsing Smashers 67 for 5. They need another 135 from here in 11 at 12.27. Tsing back into the attack. Got a wicket in his first over, went for 10. And they can go for 10s and 11s, the Markhors. If they keep picking up wickets like this, the game will end early. And just 5 more to get them a big win. Lots of work to do for the Smashers batters around the wicket. That's spooned up in the air over the top of point. McDonald chasing it down, won't cut it off. 4 runs. Wow, Vivek Arya's 13 off 5. Not messing about. He's going to do his best to get the Tsing Smashers this win. Went aerial. They put the deep point back in place now, which I think means they've... No, that's... Yeah. Oh. I'm not sure what happened to Vivek there, but lost his bat, almost fell over, got through for the single. Deep point. That was for the left-hander, deep point, deep extra cover. Long off, deep mid-wicket, deep point. And deep mid-wicket. Now the right-handed Sachin Tandon means deep point, deep cover. Long on. And a deep mid-wicket of Navdeep. McDonald still trotting across the track. Too wide, just inside the tram. Take a dot. Have a little chat between Vivek and Sachin. That's a no ball. Valuable. Sachin gets the free hit. Fielders can't move. Also caught behind. No interest from umpire Imran. Big fresh area and a valuable dot as we head towards the halfway mark. Onto the pads. There's going to be runs here as it goes backward of square. Diving effort, can't save it. 4 more. Keeping them in the game here. This partnership up to 19. 4 fours, including this one. Going backward of square. No one out in the deep. The square leg fielder unable to get there. Apart from the wickets lost, Tsing are currently ahead on comparison on runs. 77 for 5 compared to 73 for 2. But that 5 wickets down is the problem, as they're going to lose more wickets trying to chase this big total. Work to do for deep third as it goes through gully. Easy does it. Takes the 1. 11 off the over so far. Get another 1 or 2, and they're keeping themselves right on track. Run rate required, 12.2. Vivek Arya 14 off 6. And they spread the field. Where will he aim this time? Around the wicket. Oh, he's just going to play a nice defensive stroke back to Jabir to finish off the 10th. 78 for 5 at the halfway mark for Tsing Smashers. 10 overs remain. Quick look at the bowlers so far. 2 wickets for Habib. Have to be in the box seat, you'd suggest, for player of the match if Markhor's get the win here. Unless somebody manages to get a Michelle. Natesh into the attack for over number 11. With the do-rag on, as always, when he plays. Be joining me after this game, actually, to record the 8 for 52 podcast. He's going to talk Challenge League, as he always does. He's my Challenge League man. Botter's in the podcast as well for the very last time as guest host. After starting the podcast last year. It'll be his last time. Natesh. It's one to turn back in. Usman just misgloved that one, so they'll get through for what should be a bye. Is a bye. Tash wanting some field changes, making sure he's got the right number of people in and out. Vivek Arya. McDonald moves across into mid-wicket. Carnier out at deep square. Deep mid-wicket, long on, long off, deep point. Haven't got a deep backward square, though. That's 4 runs straight off the bat down to the boundary cafe. And tip and run this time. Navdeep comes in from extra cover. 5 off the first 3. Almost par. You can see 118 off 57. It'll be a win for the ages if the Tsing Smashers can get it from here. These two both going at more than runner ball, which is needed. Pick up the extras as well. Hemlani to Tandon. He's going back with a square this time. Very, very fine. Down a fine leg, in fact, 4 runs. And if we ignore the lost number of wickets, Tsing Smashers are ahead on comparison. 82 Markhors were at this point. Hemlani again. 2 balls left of his first 9 off it so far. Where's that one gone? Straight. Wide mid on. Deep mid wicket of Navdeep does the fielding. Rotates the strike back to Vivek with 1 ball left. Oh, and he's just absolutely smoked that one through mid-wicket for 4, down on 1 knee. And more runs, 14 coming from the 15 coming from the 11th. With that bye at the beginning, big runs. Tsing Smashers holding on, 93 for 5, 9 overs remain. Another 109 now getting close to getting the runs required down under 3 figures. Partnership up to 35. We saw that 100-run partnership in the first innings between Sahel and Habib. Can these two now, Sachin and Vivek, do the same? McDonald, 2 overs, none for 19. Sachin Tandon on strike. That's what I'm trying to say. Goes fine. Might have picked a gap here. Boot. Pass to Kania. Get back for 2. They're going to get 3 with no backing up. Navdeep and the square leg fielder on the leg side. That's exactly what they need. Find the little errors, put the pressure on the Markhors. Aria 23 off 10. They spread the field again. No deep mid-wicket though. Well, there's a wideish deep mid-wicket. He goes straight. Nobody at long off. Long on, I should say. Down towards the scoreboard. That's going to be 4 as well. Power hitting. This is impressive. Brings the 100 up for Chingy Smashers. 100 for 5 in the 12th. They're well ahead on the comparison now. Might pull the worm up so you can see what I've been talking about with the comparison. Now putting long on back. Long off comes in. Long off into mid off. Long on in place. No deep cover either. Goes very straight. Oh, work to do in the deep for the long on now. Comes around very straight. Does keep it to 1. There it is. There's the comparison. Chingy and Blue are ahead, except for those 5 dots. But it's tight. And we know how many runs were put on late in the innings between Sahel and Habib. Sachin picks out. Needs an easy throw from Hamlani. Instead, he had a shy and missed everything. So Vivek gets a life. Wow, that could have been an underarm throw to McDonald, and Aria was gone by a mile. I'll be sure to mention that when we do the podcast after this game. Off the toes, work to do. Is it going to make it all the way? Yes, it is. Wow, another big over. 12 off it so far, 1 ball left. 97 now, got it under the 3 figures required. Runs galore today. That's 300 plus already. 307 runs scored in 31.5 overs. Outrageous. In the air though, and the partnership is broken. Hemlani takes the catch. Chingy Smashers lose a big partnership on 47. They lose their 6th on 105. Tandon out for 25. Well, redeemed himself here, Hemlani. After the missed run out, scooped up. Wasn't a tough catch, and he runs from extra cover. McDonald and Hemlani combining. 47-run partnership, a beaut for the Smashers. It's going to bring the captain out to the middle for Chingy Smashers. Gandhi needing a captain's knock for sure. They've got it over the halfway mark. They still need another 97, and they've only got 4 wickets in hand now. McDonald was expensive, went for 12 off his first 5 deliveries of that over, but it's all important striking on the end. It looks like Mohammed Ahmed back into the attack. 2 overs, 1 for 8. It was great first up, bowling in tandem with Habib. Vivek gifted a life last over. He should have been run out. How much more can he punish them? 28 off 12. He's doing what he can for the Chingy Smashers. We're going to put the deep cover out, but that would have been a no ball because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out already. Deep square leg, deep mid wicket, fine leg, backward point and point all outside the circle around the wicket. Starts very wide, trying to bring the ball back in. Going to be a wide +1. I'll take that. 2 runs and no balls, no legal deliveries bowled so far in the 13th. Gandhi now out there in the middle, number 8. Can he pick up where Sachin left off? You can certainly find a single on the offside and rotate the strike back to Vivek, which is very wise. Back around the wicket. And keeps it, no. I was going to say kept it inside the tram lines, but did not. So the 2 balls that he's bowled to Vivek have been wide. He needs to adjust with that around the wicket action. Just starting it too far out. Oh, huge top edge. How far did it go? 4. Thought it might have gone all the way to the very short boundary towards the pavilion. Still quite wide from Ahmed. Not worrying the stumps or the pads of Arya. Swinging hard. Take them how you can. Back live. He's hit that one hard, but straight to Hamlani at mid-off. 8 runs, first half of the over. Still ahead on comparison. 10 runs ahead at the moment. 4 more wickets down. Full 1. Punches it out. 1 bounce to deep point. So I'll take the 1. It's a good result for Markhor's. Gandhi just getting himself sorted. Again, the easy single through point. I take the strike back. 1 ball left of the 13th. 10 off the over. 87 off 43 now. Still requiring 2 a ball, but staying on track. I have done for quite a number of overs now. Swinging hard, and that'll be 4 runs. So it's going to be 14 off the over and keeping him right in this game. Vivek Arya 37 off 16 after 13. Chingy smashes 119 for 6. Doesn't matter where they put the fielders, Vivek finds the gap. They had backward point and a third for the left-hander and picked the gap between the two of them. Royce McDonald is being gifted the ball to bowl out. 3 overs, 1 for 31. Generated a wicket in his third, breaking that 47-run partnership. And that's obviously what Captain Usman wants from Royce in this over as well. Get into the tail end of Tsing smashes and it'll be a little bit less stress. So at the moment, they're on target. They're 13 runs ahead of where Markhor were after 13. For one, dot ball. Good result for Markhor. Vivek perhaps just pointing out where you can find the single to Ghani so he can take off and get down the striker's end. Going it over to a ball himself, Arya. Oh, but unfortunately he's just hit that straight back to Royce again. And 2 dots, almost as valuable as a wicket, the dots at the moment for the Markhors. 83 off 40. Flicked up in the air, doesn't carry to cover as it goes through point, and they do get that single. But 3 off 1, well, 1 off 3, I should say. Good result for the Markhors. And it's going to mean that Ari is pretty much going to have to find the boundary off every delivery for the rest of Royce McDonald's spell. Still a big gap backward of point if Royce strays out that side. Long on mid-wicket. Deep square leg on the leg side, then point and a wide-ish deep third. Not that player on screen, that's someone watching on. And it goes out to point only for a single. This is a very tidy over for McDonald and the Markhor. Put the pressure on as we get towards the latter stages of this innings and the run chase. Push that run rate required up over 13 perhaps at the end of this over. It's going to be 1. No, it's going to be none. Vivek doesn't want the single. So have the deep third waiting. I never quite know if that's deep third or short third when they're fielding there because the boundary is so close to the circle. It looks like it is all the way back on the ropes. You can see top left of screen. And again, it's just going to dribble, and Vivek not interested. He wants the strike for the next over. They'll bite the bullet on this one. Just 2 runs coming from McDonald's fourth. He's bowled out 3 overs, 1 for 33. And did a good job in his final over. So 6 overs remain. 81 required at 13.5. He really did push that run rate required up. It was teetering down towards 12 and just shooting up now as we get closer and closer to the end. Nitesh Hemlani to bowl over 15. But Arya will be on strike. Can he rectify and fix the damage done in the previous over of dots? I'm sure he'll take a 2, but I don't think there'll be too many singles from now on. Vivek has to take charge. Deep square leg, deep mid-wicket, long on. Deep point, deep backward point on the 45. Round the wicket for Nitesh. Nobody out there, so he's going to start with the boundary. I'll chase it as much as you can, but Ahmed's not going to get there. Right, there's one. Arya moves into the 40s with his 9th 4. Well, they need to bring the long on in now so they can have the long off of Mohammed Ahmed. Wherever they move, Vivek seems to find the gap. And he goes exactly through long on, down towards the scoreboard. He'll get back for the 2. He said that he's not going to take singles, but he'll take 2. All right, he's going at 3 a ball so far this over, with 4 balls left to the 15th. Chancing his arm. There's always a chance that the mishit's going to fall into the catching positions, but inside the circle, forward of square, they've only got extra cover and mid on. It's straight back. There we go. There's that valuable dot. All of a sudden, it's 2 a ball now. 75 off 33. 4 wickets in hand. Pushes that 2 wide. And they're going to take 1 on top of it. So 2 in the books that they needed. And still 3 balls remaining, but it does now put Gandhi back on strike. 3 off 7. He needs to either find a single or find a boundary. And for the Markhors, they need to target Gandhi, try to find a wicket. That ball's gone into the body. That's the 3rd one into the ribs today. Mohammed Ahmed was on the receiving end of the other 2, one of which floored him for a bit. Don't think at the pace Natasha's bowling, Gandhi will be too bothered. But it is a dot. And he's hiked it up through mid-wicket, forward square. Gets the 1. What does Arya do here? Does he take a single? Sacrifice any more runs off this over? 9 so far. Or does he find the boundary and find himself stranded down the non-striker's end again for over 16? Needs some gameplay here from Vivek. What will he do? He will retain strike, and I think that's wise. They got 10 off the over, keeping him in the game. There's the comparison. Bang on. At the same time as the Tsing Smashers, 131 for 6 off 15. Markhor's 125 for 2. They did put runs on in that final 5, though. They lost no more wickets. What can Tsing do from here? Atik into the attack. First time today, I believe. Yes. Not KCC's Atik, but it is an Atik Rahman. He'll be bowling to Vivek on strike. Pulls hard, tries to go through mid-wicket. Will not get more than a single, though. Great result for Markhors. Wanted to run on the overthrow. It's not there, though, unfortunately, as Navdeep comes in to help out. 70 off 29. Calls to catch it. It's up in the air. The catch is taken. Gandhi's gone. And Tsing lose their 7th. Rahman gets the breakthrough. And Tsing 132 for 7. Muhammad Ahmed Sada with the catch at square leg to dismiss the captain of Tsing, and Markhor's right on top now, 70 off 28, 3 wickets in hand for Tsing. Vivek Arya stranded down the non-striker's end as Anant Singari comes out at number 9. Atik, ball number 3. It's pulled away. It should get cut off by McDonald. Who's that fine leg? Does. Okay, wicket 1. Good result for Markhor. But now, what can Vivek do? One thing he hasn't done is found a maximum, which he might have to do from here on out. Clear the ropes. He's 4 away from his half century. He's still going at over 200 strike rate. Gives it everything in the air. Catch is taken. That's the end of Arya, and that should be the end of Tsing. Unfortunately, the big hitting Vivek Arya heading back to the sheds on 46. Tsing lose their 8th on 133. All right, 2 wickets left for Markhor to wrap this up now. They've done their best, Tsing. They stayed in the game. They are exactly the same amount of runs as the Markhor were after 15.4. 133, that's not a problem. Markhor were 133 for 2, Tsing 133 for 8. That is the problem. Tanmay Thakur coming out at number 10. Atik Rahman's got 2. What an over this has been. Completely changed the game. Tsing hanging in there. Massive wicket of Vivek Arya. Nice catch by Sahil Anwar to go with his half century. Here we go. 2 balls left to the 16th. He's driving hard outside off. Big fresh airy. Swatting at dragonflies and a dot. Wow, 2 for 2 off 5 deliveries. We are very happy. Captain Usman behind the stumps. They can wrap up this game inside, say, 18 overs and get a big net run rate victory as well. And again, straight through to Usman. So what an over that was. 2 for 2 off the 16th. Tsing smashes 133 for 8. Big match in terms of the table as well. Tsing smashes sitting on 4, sitting in 4th, I should say. 2 wins, two games played, 1 win, 1 loss. Sitting in 5th is Markhor. 2 games, 1 win, 1 loss. So Markhor's looking to leapfrog a few teams here with a win. Nitesh Hemlani into his 3rd over. He starts with the dot. The grind is on. He wants a wicket, by the way. I'm not sure he's got a morning league wicket this year. He might get one here. He will, straight away, right on cue. Another one caught at square leg. Muhammad Ahmed Sada with another catch, and Nitesh gets a wicket in the morning league. He'll be chuffed. And that was the end of Anant for 1. So the number 11 heads out to the middle. Saini, the last stand for Tsing. They've lost 3 wickets for 1 run. Tsing Smashers, they were 132 for 6, now 133 for 9. It's going to be a comprehensive victory for the Markhors today on the back of Habib. Getting 2 wickets, smashing all those runs. Starts with a single. And Tunme Tucker looking to get off the mark. So he charges, he will get off the mark with a single. Muhammad Ahmed does the fielding. Blowing all the dirt off the training nets over towards Cox's Road, and it's blowing straight across the ground at the moment. That's the jet blower you can hear in the background. Watchful from Saini. So Habib Rahman, 82 off 43, just under 200 strike rate, 9 4 sixes and 2 wickets. And that's in the air, could be a catch. Takania can't get there, and then Soccer boots it on off his shin. Just one. End of another successful over for the Markhors. Hemlani getting his first, 17 done, 3 remain, 1 wicket in hand. Tsing Smashers 136. They need 66 off the final 3 at exactly 22 and over. I can't see it being done, but anything's possible in morning league. And Teague Rahman, who got 2 for 2 off his first over, will be looking to clean up the final wicket and get a 3rd. One of 7 players who didn't get a chance to bat today. So doing the job with the ball for his captain. Past the outside edge of Saini. Rajesh Saini on 2. Oh, nicely played for a number 11 as he squeezes it out to a wideish mid-off extra cover region for a single. Another big swing from Tucker, but no contact. Not going to die wondering. Might as well try to go big or go home. Well, it's been a string of dots, unable to find bat on ball. And bowled, that's it. Comprehensive victory by Markhors as Atik gets his 3rd at the end of his 2nd. Tsing bowled out for 137. That means Markhors win by 64 runs. Run through the batting and bowling card before we wrap up today's broadcast. And there it is, Tsing Smashers bowled out for 137. It was a big task. 3 players getting into double figures, 4 in fact. And 46 from Vivek Arya, the best of the batters for the Tsing Smashers. The bowling card. And 2 for 7 off 2 for Habib Rahman and a 3 for for Atik Rahman at the end. Got the job done for Markhors. So there we have it. Player of the match will definitely be Habib Rahman with an 82 not out off 43. 9 fours, 4 sixes in that 82, plus a 2 for 7, including a wicket maiden off his 2 overs. The Markhors winners by 64 runs. We're done here at KCC for a Thursday morning. We'll be back next week for KCC Morning League. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel you're currently watching on and get notifications of when the games go live. But until then, Aaron Bush signing off.